What's up, my amazing people? Welcome back to my channel. It's V here, back with another exciting, amazing German reaction video. Oh, if you've missed me so much, I am here now, and I promise not to go away anytime soon. In the course of watching this video, if you resonate, even though you don't resonate, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Plus, you can also buy me a cup of coffee. The link to doing that is in the description down below. I hope you all love my new background, okay? So let's get into this video and watch this video.
99% of you know these famous songs, but I bet you had no idea that they were actually made in Germany.
Really?
Hallo, servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but I've been living here in Cincinnati, Ohio since 2016. I think it's safe to say that German music generally doesn't have the best reputation in the world. I mean, classical music, sure.
These are German classics.
And of course, most people know the band Rammstein.
Oh, I love this man.
Or Nena's 99 Luftballons.
99 Luftballons, ihren Weg zum Horizont.
But aside from that, I'm assuming most people mainly think of this. Or maybe something like this. Which is why I think you'll be very surprised to find out that a lot of really famous songs, songs that you probably thought were by American artists or British artists, were in reality made in good old Germany. And if I'm being honest with you, there are songs on this list that I didn't even know were German until I started researching for this video. And not to be all,
Number 15 will shock you.
but the last one really will shock you, so stay tuned. Let's actually start off easy, because I think of all the songs on my list, this is probably the one that most people do know that it has a German origin, and it's this one.
Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night,
Scorpion.
where the children of tomorrow dream away.
Sorry. Okay, the song was made or produced, like, shot in Germany. They were made in Germany. Okay, Germany is the location for shooting the video. Okay.
In the wind of change.
Wind of Change by the Scorpions. This song was written in September of 1989, right before the fall of the Berlin Wall, which is why it kind of became the anthem of German reunification at the time.
Okay.
Well, that and Looking for Freedom by David Hasselhoff.
I've been looking for
The Scorpions are a hard rock band from Hanover. They've been around since 1965
What?
and still tour to this day. Now you might be wondering, why are there songs in English when the band really is from Germany? Well, after the end of World War II, it actually took a while until German-speaking music was considered cool again in Germany, because for a long time, all of the music that was popular with young people was from Great Britain or from the US.
Yeah.
You know, Elvis, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. German-speaking music, on the other hand, was largely considered somewhat outdated and stale.
Junge, komm bald wieder nach Haus.
So German artists who wanted to make pop or rock music at the time almost exclusively wrote their lyrics in English. And that really didn't change until the 1970s and 80s, when the Neue Deutsche Welle movement became a thing, the new German wave, and the German music industry finally embraced German-speaking pop and rock songs too, such as 99 Luftballons. But even then, most German artists stuck with English, which of course also allowed them to reach audiences in other parts of the world. The Scorpions, for example, are currently playing an international tour for their 60th anniversary and even have a short residency in Las Vegas this summer. Now, Wind of Change wasn't their only international hit. I'm sure most of you also know this one.
Here I am, rock you like a hurricane.
On number 2, we have a song that was associated with a huge scandal. And I'm sure most of you know about the scandal, but did you know that that scandal was actually brought to the world from Frankfurt, Germany.
Girl, you know it's true.
Yes, I'm talking about the band Milli Vanilli, which was created in the year 1988 by German music producer Frank Farian. The band consisted of Rob Pilatus, who was born and raised in Munich, just like myself, and Fab Morvan, who was from Paris but moved to Germany at the age of 18, where he met Rob. Now, of course, the big scandal was that after Milli Vanilli had become successful all over the world and even won a Grammy for Girl You Know It's True, it was revealed that the two didn't actually sing on their own songs and were merely lip-syncing during live performances. The real vocals were recorded in Frank Farian's studio by musicians from the US. By the way, there's a great German biopic film on this whole story that came out in 2023. You can watch it on Amazon Prime with English subtitles. I can only recommend that movie. I think it was really well done. And then there's also an English-speaking documentary about them, also from 2023. And back to Milli Vanilli. Of course, Girl You Know It's True wasn't their only song. You might also know this one.
Girl, I'm gonna miss you.
Or this one.
Bye, 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 baby. Don't forget my number.
Now, despite the whole drama around Milli Vanilli, the mastermind behind it all undoubtedly had something like a magic touch when it came to international
Yes,
hits.
exactly.
Because Milli Vanilli wasn't Frank Farian's first successful project.
Wow.
Which brings us to number 3 on this list.
I'm crazy like a fool. While my daddy cool,
This Christmas band.
daddy cool.
Yes, Boney M
Yeah.
was created by Frank Farian too, which
Wow.
means that he produced all of these massive world hits in his studio in Frankfurt.
Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. There was a cat that really was gone. Sunny, yesterday my life was filled with rain. By the rivers of
Babylon, there we sat down.
Well, Rivers of Babylon and Sunny
Sorry, when the song came out, when the song came out, I've not been born, okay? I think this is like 30 to 40 years before I was born. Okay. Now, but then the song still, is still invoked to you today during Christmas or times close to or Christmas Eve. You hear songs like this, Rivers of Babylon, everywhere playing. Wow, like they are really a great band because their song still lives on even up till this moment.
were both cover versions. Daddy Cool and Rasputin were original songs that Farian also co-wrote. Boney M was founded in 1974 and their main success took place in the 70s, so over 10 years before the Milli Vanilli scandal. But Farian already used some of the same practices. The very first Boney M song he ever released was actually produced and sung just by himself.
Baby, do you want a bump?
Wow.
Do you want a bump?
Only after that song became a hit in the Netherlands and Belgium, he put together an actual music group consisting of 4 members. And while
And these persons are Africans, like they are Africans to start with. I don't know if this guy is an African, but these 3 black ladies.
they did all sing live on stage, only 2 of their voices made it into the studio recordings, and Frank Farian continued to do the male vocals himself. However, when Farian openly talked about that in an interview at the time, it didn't really cause any outrage. What's kind of funny is that several Boney M songs have recently become really popular on social media
Yes.
apps like TikTok.
Exactly.
She's crazy like a fool.
While my daddy cool.
Look at him with terror and the fear.
To Moscow.
Now let's jump ahead a few decades to this party hit from 2005.
Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling.
Wow.
And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly.
Every Time We Touch by Cascada. Now, the chorus of the song is actually by the Scottish singer Maggie Riley from 1992.
Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side.
But The dance version by Cascada is the one that people all over the world are familiar with today. Cascada is a German trio consisting of the singer Nathalie Horler and the two DJs and producers Manuel Reuter and Jan Pfeiffer. Another big song by them that you might know is... And now let's jump ahead a few more years to the year 2012, when in the German city of Kassel, two 20-year-old friends recorded this song in their childhood bedroom.
I want you, we can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it, dancing on, do the boogie all night long. Stoned in paradise, shouldn't talk about it.
Stolen Dance by Milky Chance, aka Clemens Rehbein and Philipp Dausch, who have since become one of the most successful German bands in the world. In 2014, they even got to perform on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Before them, the only other band from Germany who had ever been invited was Rammstein. Other songs by them that you may have heard before include Flashed Junk Mind,
And we were bound to the city life.
Like, if not the fact that this lady is saying that these persons are German, they look American, their voice, the environment. And another thing again is the fact that they are not using the German language to sing, because most popular songs, especially rap that we know, they are being, sung using the language.
Falling into that night.
Cocoon, and Down by the River.
Down by the river, I was stormed by your grace.
I love his voice.
Self-oblivion into the lover's place.
What's funny is that the student radio station that I worked for after high school, M94.5, M94.5, was one of the first stations who played Milky Chance at the time, and they actually booked them for one of their live events a few months later. But by then, the band had blown up so much that the whole event was suddenly sold out, and hundreds of people who would have never attended otherwise suddenly showed up to the event just because of Milky Chance. Remember how I talked about Boney M songs being big on TikTok? Well, there's another song that I was very surprised to come across in a TikTok dance recently. This is the song Brother Louie by the German band Modern Talking, but I've also been seeing some of their other songs having kind of a revival on social media recently, such as You're My Heart, You're My Soul,
You're my heart, you're my soul. Yeah, I'm feeling that I love you, bro.
1984.
or Sherry Sherry Lady.
Sherry, Sherry lady, going through emotion.
As you can tell, this is total 80s music, but I guess it's kind of having a comeback these days.
Yeah.
Modern Talking was a band that most Germans are very familiar with to this day, and it's honestly kind of a controversial band. Some people love them, but I would say most Germans don't really like their music a whole lot. But also both Thomas Anders, the main singer of the duo, and Dieter Bohlen, the songwriter and producer, are still very much active in the German music industry today.
Wow.
Bohlen has been a judge on the German version of American Idol, Deutschland sucht den Superstar, since its very first season in 2002, and has kind of been the German equivalent to Simon Cowell, since he's known for his harsh comments. And because he's been a very successful songwriter and producer even after Modern Talking, he's always referred to as Pop-Titan in German media, so Pop Titan. But even though they're both still active in Germany, Thomas Anders and Dieter Bohlen don't really talk to each other anymore.
Why?
Because they've had several big fallouts over time, which they've partly fought out in public. From what I remember, it was basically all about who of the two was the real creator of the band, or was responsible for their success, since Dieter Bohlen supposedly never actually did any of the vocals for the songs, which he denies, while Anders wasn't involved in any of the songwriting or production of the songs. So much drama.
So much.
Okay, before we get to another few major pop songs, I want to take a quick detour into the world of techno and 90s Eurodance music, because Germany played a pretty big role in that genre, and even I had no idea that these songs were all made in Germany. This includes major hits like
Far away.
Yep, What Is Love was performed by the Trinidadian German singer Hadaway and was written and produced by two Germans as well. Who would have thought? Then we got Rhythm as a Dancer by Snap, which is a German Eurodance group that actually still exists to this day. This song was created in collaboration with the American singer Thea Austin.
Okay.
Next up,
Culture beats.
Mr. Vane by the Eurodance project Culture Beat, which also still exists today. And even though the project was and is based in Germany, this song features a singer from the UK, Tanya Evans, as well as American rapper Jay Supreme. Yep. Even Coco Jumbo by Mr. President was made in good old Germany. Just like Narcotic by the German rock band Liquido. So I guess this one technically doesn't fall into the Eurodance category, but I feel like it has a very similar vibe.
Yeah.
And then there's this song that little 5-year-old me used to call her favorite song for a while. I think this was like on a summer vacation in 1999 or so, and I literally had no clue that this was German until a few days ago. Samba de Janeiro, which, as it turns out, was produced by the German pop group Bellini, but at least one of the writers of the song is the Brazilian percussionist Ayrton Moreira,
Wow.
I think is how it's pronounced. If you can think of any other Eurodance songs that you used to listen to in the 90s and that actually originated in Germany, let me know in the comments below. But getting back to a pop classic, on number 13 of today's list, we have
It Is a Lie. This song is German. I love the song so much. Like, I want to be forever young. It's not even possible. It's not realistic, okay? But then this song is German. Wow. Wow. I would say Philly really got me on this one. Like, I thought the song was American.
Forever Young by the pop synth band Alphaville from Münster, Germany. This song has been covered numerous times over the years, and even Jay-Z sampled the song.
Direct the yells cut, I'll be fine. Forever young.
Another big
I
hit by
already
the band
know.
is their song
I already know this one by Jay-Z, okay? Yeah, I've listened to that one several times, but I didn't know that the original singer of the song is German.
big in Japan, by the way. And before we get to the last big pop song that most people would never guess to be from Germany, I want to take a quick detour into the world of film scores. Because did you know that this
Pirates. Is this not Pirates?
this
300. 300 is German.
and this
I don't know this one. I don't know this one.
is all from a German composer?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know. It's as if I'm tearing up right now because I am in shock. I used to say, because there was this video I saw, this is Germany. Some of the scenes, like they were showing some of the places in Germany, I'm like, these places look familiar. Like, they look familiar. I don't know that, like, they shoot movies in most of these areas.
Yes, of course, I'm talking about Hans Zimmer. The last name Zimmer literally translates to room in German, by the way. He's without a doubt one of the greatest film score composers of our time and has won 2 Academy Awards and 5 Grammys so
Wow.
far. He was born in Frankfurt, Germany, but as a teenager, he first moved to Switzerland and then to London for boarding school. And that brings us to the last song on this list, number 15. We have all party to the song, without a doubt, but even in Germany, most people don't know that this song is actually from Munich.
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit
Honestly, I don't know this one.
of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man.
Yes, Mambo No. 5 by Lou Bega is German. Well, mostly, because it's technically based on an instrumental song that's also called Mambo No. 5 by the Cuban musician Damaso Perez Prado from 1949, but the lyrics and the rest of the song as we know it today was all created in the Munich area in the late 90s, and Lou Bega, the singer, was born and raised in Munich to an Italian mother and a Ugandan father. Which of these songs were the biggest surprise for you, and can you think of any other famous songs that most people don't know are from Germany? Put it in the comments below.
My lovely people, I would say that the one song that really blew my mind that I didn't know originates from Germany is Forever Young. I wanna live forever young. Don't mind me, I don't know what I am singing, okay? This voice is nothing compared to the magic that our musicians create. Okay, anyways guys, I really had fun watching this video. I must say that I was thrown off because I didn't know that 300 was shot in Germany. Okay, then this other movie, I don't know if that's Pirates, but the beginning looks like Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, that movie Pirates of the Caribbean, it was also shot in Germany. That's nice. This video was really a discovery for me and I enjoyed every bit of it. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you right in my next video. Bye.